back to Between the Ribs with Jonathan Morris on Florida Man Radio.
What's crack-lagging, everybody? I promise that I will pay off the crooked chicken companies, but we came across something that just it kind of blew my mind and opened up the discussion during break with Mrs. Hippopotamus and I, and we want to talk about it. This is fun. This is fun. This is sad. This is, I don't know, it's weird. It's all across the board to me. I have multiple emotions now.
Okay, so which one is this?
Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Mr. Zuckerberg just fired, I think, 30 some odd employees that all make six-figure salaries. What did he fire them for? Was it violating company policy? Was it stealing? Was it thieving? What was it?
Probably a little bit of all that.
It was for abusing the office's food service scheme. Now,
they called it a scheme to start with.
They call it a scheme to start with. But so let me back up and say this. I've never worked at a place as an adult. Now, as a minor teenager, you work for a farmer, you work for somebody. They bring you a sandwich from town, or the lady of the house will bring out food on the back porch when you're out working, behind their house or whatnot up in Georgia or different things. But I've never had a job pay for my lunch, like as a normal day, like every day you got a deal. So Zuckerberg, as bad as we all know he is, he's apparently not a terrible, terrible boss, because inside your package as an employee, other than making six figures, you get a $25 food credit every day.
Which is insane.
That's crazy, right? I mean, so we talked about this during the break, because I said to Heather, well, $25 is pretty cool. It at least get you a cheeseburger and some fries and a drink, but you don't know if that'll happen in California, because you were telling me I haven't been to BurgerFi.
Okay, so I haven't either, but I do have friends that go to these burger places,
right.
Like I don't know, maybe BurgerFi, and the burgers are like, if you get a burger meal, it turns out to be like $17 for a person, and then on top of that, I don't know. I assume you tip there. I don't know if it's like a fast food.
I would never tip at a McDonald's or a Burger King or even at a BurgerFi. That's a walk-in order takeout type place.
I don't know. Yeah. I've never been, but yeah, $25 here to spend $17 on a lunch, and you're not making six figures. It's probably pretty balanced.
Right, so they're not going out to a fancy restaurant, but they're at least getting a sandwich or some snacks, right. maybe a drink. They're getting something. $25 worth of food.
I mean, yeah, that's not a bad lunch.
It's not a bad deal. But here's my question that I want to open up to everybody. Why can't people just ever be grateful and thankful for something? So Zuckerberg found out, somehow I guess he was looking at it, watching it, tracking it. So these people, what was it, like 30-something? How many did you see?
It was 30 staff at the company's LA office dismissed after they were found to be routinely using takeaway credits to order groceries and cosmetics. I mean, on one hand, he's giving them this money every day. Go eat it. Go eat it
right.
However you want. So if you want to spend it on lipstick, you're still kind of consuming it. But I know that wasn't the intent, and people stretch the rules all the time, and when you abuse
right.
it, you lose it.
Yeah, that's it. So here's a good thing. He said, hey, listen, every day I'm going to chip in $25. You can order anything you want from anywhere, have it delivered to the office. I'm going to pay $20. You get a $25 credit toward it. If it goes over 25, then you pay the balance, right? If it's under 25, you got a free meal. It's not like he's giving them $25 and saying, now go buy your lunch and keep the change. So crooked, greedy, evil people, not happy with a free lunch or an almost free lunch, decide to start buying cosmetics, toothpaste, housing goods, toiletries, all kind of stuff.
I mean,
groceries. And Zuckerberg's like, hey, this is not what this deal is for. I pay you six figures. Right. Buy your own makeup. Buy your own toothpaste. Right?
But if he were handing them that $25 in cash, he wouldn't know what it goes to.
Right, but that's not the deal, though. The deal is I'm giving you a $25 food credit on your lunch every day you work.
And this isn't go buy a loaf of bread and 2 packs of cheese and some sandwich meat and have sandwiches for a week. This is no, go spend this whole $25 for your lunch right now, one sitting.
Well, no, I think okay.
Because I would be the one that cool, I'll take that 25, I'll get fruit, and I'll get all the sandwich meat I need, and then if I could save the rest of it.
Well, you'd go spend the 25 and have 5 meals, 5 days, Monday through Friday. And then
yes.
and then you would get $100 extra a week because you would have 425 that you're not spending.
That's $5,200 extra a year.
Right, but that's not the deal. The deal is I'm going to give you a $25 credit towards your lunch every day because I'm a nice boss and I want you to be able to have lunch and not worry too much about finances. So I'm going to give you a $25 lunch.
And they also probably work better on a full belly, when
Yeah.
you're more awake,
Yeah.
you're satiated, all that type of stuff. So yeah, he's investing this into the people so they work better.
And they're manipulating it and ordering everything under God's creation.
I mean,
But no, listen, here's my thing though. Is it, apparently it's not their money because they just got fired for it.
right.
All right. I've employed people. I've also been employed. Right. So what's your take? If I gave you, here's the deal. If every day I said, all right, Heather, now we're working 5 days a week, wide open. I don't want you running around looking for food. I'm going to give you $25 a day to be able to get food delivered to us while we're at the studio working. Order whatever you want. You're allowed up to $25. If it goes over, you pay the difference.
I would probably I'd never hit the 25.
Okay,
But
no,
that's
that's
just
fair.
me.
But would you,
Would I expect like a refund?
or would you say, man, I'm never going to eat 25. He said I can get food delivered, so I'll get hair gel delivered and makeup delivered and tank tops delivered, and all this stuff delivered to get $25 worth of stuff free and just tell him I'm eating lunch when I'm really not eating lunch.
My brother-in-law works at a company that they've got a cafe, or at least he did. And they had a cafe and all their breakfast, all their lunch, all that stuff was free.
Right?
Like, I think that maybe Zuckerberg should have just opened a cafe.
Yeah, but why should he have to? And I'm not going to bat for Zuckerberg here because, we all know he's a scuzzball. But why does a boss have to do things like that to keep people honest?
They don't. I think that they just abused it.
But you just said he should have opened a cafe.
Well, I mean, I'm saying he could, not should. But I mean, like, if he wants to really monitor what they're spending their allowance on that he's giving them, which is basically what it is, then he could just have something local. I mean, but that is putting a lot
But
more on
why
him.
should a boss have to do all that when the boss is like, and I guarantee you he's a numbers guy, so I know he's looked into buffets and cafeterias and the amount of employees you have to hire and then the waste and the cleanup and the dishes and all the stuff that has to go into having a kitchen and a cafeteria. And he's like, I still want to hook up my guys, so I'm going to give them $25 credit. All they got to do is order and put in the Zuckerberg code and they get $25 worth of credit. It's simple, easy peasy. Get your lunch, eat it, enjoy it, and keep working while stealing. To me, it's stealing. Yeah, I mean, I really think it is stealing because none of those funds were allotted for what they're buying.
Right.
And
It's
it
definitely dishonest. But if it was an actual allowance, I don't take back my kid's allowance because he gets something I didn't approve of.
But it's not an allowance. It's a food delivery system that he put in. I can't open it on my phone.
Okay.
Did you look at it? It's a delivery company that they can use in California, and they are allowed to order up to $25 worth of stuff every day that they work. All right, on food products,
Okay.
on food for their lunch.
So those smaller offices without staff canteens, would that be like the little cafe in the
Yeah, a little
Okay.
canteen. Yeah,
Instead,
like the
they
Nature's
receive
Table.
a voucher for delivery apps such as Grubhub, which they can use to order food while working in the office. So they receive vouchers.
All right.
Okay, I've never used Grubhub. I don't know how these things work.
I wonder, but I guess apparently Grubhub will also bring you toothpaste and makeup and stuff like that too.
I thought that was more of a. Wasn't there another service that does that?
That does shopping for you and then brings it to your house.
DoorDash.
Does DoorDash do that?
I don't know if they both do the same thing. I've never used either.
I don't know. It's just weird to me because we fight over politics, we fight over religion, we fight over all this stuff. We fight over killing babies, not killing babies, like everything that we fight over. But when you get down to it, it doesn't matter who goes to Washington. It doesn't matter who goes to your capital, Tallahassee, or wherever you're at, what your capital is. If the people don't change, the country's never going to change. And it's sad because it's like,
Well, everyone's entitled. That's it. Those people felt entitled to that $25
it's my
every day.
$25.
Right.
It's my money.
Right.
You gave it to me for lunch, but I don't want to eat lunch, so I should be able to do whatever I want to with it. See, I don't agree with that. I really don't. I think it's terrible. I think you're terrible people. And now, here's the other thing. You just gave up $100,000 $100,000 job, and maybe six figures could
I am
be.
sure they all have new jobs already.
You think so?
Yeah. Working for Zuckerberg, being that high up, and there's only 30 of them. I mean, they might be competing against each other to get a few of the same jobs, but I am sure most of them already have a job.
I wish we had a way to track them because I guarantee you they'll never work out there again. The way California works, just in the valley farming part, all right, when you screw somebody out there, your boss, first thing he does is pick up the phone and calls everybody in his circle and says, hey, if Billy calls or Jerry calls, just give me a heads up. Don't call me for a recommendation because this is why I fired him.
Oh.
All right? So if they called whatever part of that company, Zuckerberg's, was it the Facebook part? Do you know? Was it the Meta part?
I have no idea.
It didn't say on my end.
It didn't say.
If they called looking for references and he said, well, yeah, they were decent employees, but I fired them because they were stealing. Right? I don't think they'll ever work again out there. I could be wrong. I don't know if California's turned over a leaf.
I mean, okay, if you've got some boss coming at you saying, okay, well, you can't hire this person because he totally stole from me. And then you have the person come in and be like, and they're interviewing. And I mean, totally hypothetical, obviously. But if they explain what happened to that boss is probably going to be forgiving and not care until it happens to him. But he's probably not offering them $25 lunches.
No, I wouldn't hire you. If I found out that you were manipulating a gift program from your employer instead of being thankful.
Maybe they should have called it that, a gift program.
It's a food voucher. A voucher is a gift. It's a free voucher for lunch, for crying out loud. And instead of just eat lunch and being happy, you're getting makeup and hair goods and toothpaste and toiletries and everything else. Come on. You know that's wrong.
I totally would have been fired.
I want this in a different spot next time. I just can't. I don't know. I can't see past it, But it's just the way the world is. Everybody, you said it perfectly. Everybody's entitled. Everybody's entitled. It's mine. It's mine. I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve more. You should be giving me $50 a day instead of $25. Like there's nothing ever good enough anymore.
It costs less than $10 to get bread and cheese and lunch meat.
Right, but not even if that's the fact, right? Forget that part. Just the fact that 30 people times 25 a day, right?
Wow.
That's $750 a day he's giving away for lunch. Times 365 days a year. Well, they probably don't work. Oh, God. Sorry, guys, for the slight adjustments. But I can only sit so long for this leg, and I got to move a centimeter and get off of it. I don't know. I just think it's crap. Let me know what you think. Oh, we don't have our text number yet.
Well, you can certainly let us know on our YouTube podcast or Facebook, Instagram.
What's wrong with me? Yes.
Twitter.
Get on the YouTube.
TikTok.
I'm back now. Checking messages and trying to respond a little bit.
I'll try to get to you before he does. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. No, dude, please. You need to start. What do I pay you for? You need to start answering other people.
I'm going to kick your leg.
The good one or the good one?
The bad one.
Oh, thank God we don't have 3 knees.
Jeez.
Oh, if we had 3 knees, I'd be out of cycle. Hey, guys, Pure Prairie Poultry. You down with OPP? You down with PPP? We'll be right back.